We start with endocrine system, and the gland what we are going to deal is parathyroid gland. What is endocrine? What are endocrine glands? Endocrine glands are ductless glands. What is a duct? A tube which carries the secretion. When we talk about gland, gland is an organ which is going to secrete something. Of course, these endocrine glands also will secrete. What will they secrete? They secrete hormones. They secrete hormones. What is the nature of hormone? They are proteinous in nature, and all the more they are also steroid in nature. There are inbuilt endocrine glands within the body. Multiple endocrine glands are present within our body, and what we are going to deal today, what we are going to see today is a parathyroid gland. List of the endocrine glands we'll just recollect and we'll come to know. What are they? Pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is called as a master gland in the body. Why is it called master gland? Because it governs most of the activities of the body, secreting around 8 hormones. Pituitary gland itself alone secretes 8 hormones, and so we can assume the activities. It does multivarious activity. Pituitary gland, where is it located? It is located at the base of our brain. Such a small gland, it is only ranges to the size of a small pea, P-E-A-P. The size of the pituitary gland is only the size of a small pea. Okay. The next gland, what comes under endocrine gland, is again very important gland, thyroid gland. Where is it located? I have drawn the structure of the thyroid, the structure here. A pair of lobes called thyroid gland. And all the more, thyroid gland is also called as pace setter of our entire body. It sets all the function, makes the function regularized in the body. Therefore, it is called pace setter of the entire body. Yes, thyroid gland. The next, what we are going to deal in detail is the parathyroid gland. I will be talking to you later. Then, next gland is called as adrenal gland. Adrenal, A-D. The alphabets A-D refers to above. Anterior. Renal refers to kidney. So, what you can understand? The glands present above our kidney. Pair of kidneys. So, pair of glands present above our kidney is referred to as adrenal gland. And very important, emergency gland, secreting emergency hormone. Whenever our body is not under a normal situation, immediately to make our body the tissues not get damaged or some physiological activity not get damaged, these hormones are secreted spontaneously. They are secreted. Therefore, the hormones are also called as emergency hormone. Which is a gland? Adrenal gland secretes emergency hormone. Therefore, adrenal gland is also called as organ of fight, flight and fright. All these are unusual situations. Fight, flight, fright. So, under these situations, hormones are secreted, which we will be seeing later on. Next, pineal gland, situated near the pituitary gland, secreting an hormone called melatonin. It plays a major role, of course, but the studies about it is not very well done. Therefore, not that importance is given to pineal gland. Next, islets of Langerhans, located within the pancreas. Pancreas. This islets of Langerhans only is looking after our blood sugar. Many of the people now, even the young age people, they suffer from diabetes mellitus. Why? Insulin secretion gets reduced in the body. Secretion of insulin gets reduced in the body, and if at all this islets of Langerhans cells are properly functioning, insulin will be regularized in the body, thereby the blood sugar level also will get regularized. Normally it's around 80 to 120 milligram per deciliter of blood. 1 deciliter, yes, that should be maintained. Next, gonad, reproductive hormones, sex hormones. Okay, then we come to thymus gland. The thymus gland is one of our immunological organ. What is immunity? Immunity is nothing but resistance. Yes, all of us should be enough resistance, because around us so many pathogens and so many microbes are always prevailing. The water we drink, the food we eat, the air we breathe, everything has multiple microbes. Provided your body has immunity, you will not suffer from that particular condition. Thymus gland is a gland which governs immunity. Okay, just an account of all the endocrine glands I have cited now. Elaborately, we will just see about parathyroid gland. Yes, a short account on it only is there regarding parathyroid gland. Are you able to see a structure called larynx? What is that structure? Associated with your respiratory system. Larynx is nothing but your voice box. Within your larynx there are vocal cords, and that's why you are able to speak, you are able to talk, you are able to sing, the voice is raised in your body by the vibration of the vocal cords. Larynx is nothing but voice box. Just below the larynx there is a bilobed structure, that is nothing but the thyroid gland. Thyroid. Now we are going to see about parathyroid gland. Closely associated with the thyroid gland are 2 lobes present on each lobe of the thyroid gland. Pair of lobes on the right side of the lobe of thyroid and pair of lobes on the left side of the thyroid gland. So parathyroid gland is a 4-lobed structure. What is its function? It secretes, yes, it secretes. Being an endocrine gland, it will secrete hormone. What is a hormone secreted by parathyroid gland? It's called parathyroid hormone, PTH. Parathyroid hormone. Also we can refer this hormone as parathormone. Parathyroid gland hormone, parathormone or parathyroid hormone we can say. Yes. Suppose it is secreted, it has to do a function in the body. What function it performs? It regularizes or makes the calcium level in your body in a proper level. The calcium level must always be maintained. Okay, students, you can understand why should the calcium level be maintained. Number 1, for blood clotting, calcium is needed. For your muscle contraction and relaxation, calcium is needed. For conduction of nerve impulse, calcium is needed. Very important when we ask a small child, that is a 6th standard or 7th standard child even, we can say, they will say calcium is needed for the development of bones and teeth. For all these, and moreover calcium is needed to promote immunity. One more thing I would like to cite. Before 2 years, pandemic, COVID. It was a COVID season and pandemic. Always around and everywhere there were announcements made, take calcium tablets. Take calcium tablets which will promote your immunity. Yes, so calcium is needed to promote the immunity. Yes, so parathyroid hormone is needed to maintain calcium level in your blood. It maintains the calcium level in the blood. How will the calcium level is maintained in your blood? How the calcium level is maintained in your blood? You take diet, nutrition, it will be digested in your stomach totally, goes to your intestine. From your intestine, absorption takes place of the nutrients. So, from your digestive system, calcium is absorbed and taken to your blood. Point number 1. Secondly, the bones manufacture calcium also. Clear? And deposit. Whenever there is lack of calcium, the bones will get weak. So, from the second one. And the third one is reabsorption of calcium from the renal tubule. from the renal tubule. What is renal tubule? The tubules which are present inside the kidney. So these are the three methods how calcium is brought into the blood, and thereby it maintains the calcium level. Therefore, this parathyroid hormone is called as hypercalcemic hormone. Hypercalcemic hormone. This parathyroid hormone is called hypercalcemic hormone. That means even if the calcium level comes down, it is maintained by these three processes, from the digestive system, from the bones and from the renal tubule, and thereby maintains the calcium. And already I have told how important is calcium prevalent in the blood. If calcium comes down, all those activities will be dropped down, or it will lower down to that physiological condition. And that's that we have seen about the parathyroid gland, which is again one of the major endocrine gland present in our body, closely associated with the thyroid gland. And children and students understand, suppose there is a problem in the thyroid gland, and suppose it goes to the level of surgical removal of the thyroid gland, one lobe of the thyroid gland, understand even the parathyroid gland will get lost. Okay, parathyroid gland cannot be retained without the thyroid gland, and so important it is.